Hello everyone, it's Mrs. P, and I am here to do my weekly check-in for the week of January 4th through January 10th. This week was kind of an uneventful week. We stuck to our budget. We didn't have any unexpected expenses. We also didn't have any unexpected income. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you in. Let me see here. I've got to adjust this. Okay, we're going to start with our rollover. When I budgeted for this week, I anticipated around $300 of rollover, but we actually had $373.43 of rollover. I had estimated my husband's check at $900. That's the very least that he would get if, he didn't have any overtime. He just had a regular straight 40-hour week. But he did have, a little bit of overtime, which, I was kind of surprised at because, this week of pay had some holiday stuff on there. So usually on holidays, when he has days off, he doesn't get much overtime. But he got $990.55. The other is $75. That is one of my son's phone payments, and that came in at $75. So our total income for this week was $1,438.98, which is, more than what we anticipated, which is always good. All right, so the only bills we had this week was car wash, came in at $42.79. And Life 360 came in at $8.55. And if you'll notice, when I budget, I round up, and then the actual amounts, includes the dollars and the cents. So the total amount of our bills was $51.34, leaving us $1,387.64, which I'll move down. Some people, like in the Budget Mom's budget worksheets, she has the cash envelopes down here, but I didn't have enough space, so I just moved everything. I just switched these two spots. So our leftover was $1,387.64, and I did take out, these are the items that I took out in cash. So this was $150, this didn't change, and $170, and I didn't add anything extra to savings because we do have an emergency fund, and we do have, a buffer in our checking account just in case something crazy happens, or we have, some type of emergency and we don't have time to move things around in the bank. So this was $320, which left us with $1,067.64. All right, so then I'm going to move that. I don't know if it's better for me to move this or me to move the camera, but I'm just going to keep doing this. All right, I don't want to make you dizzy. $1,067.64. I just moved that over here. All right. Also, these items are cash envelopes except for gas. Gas, we just use the debit card, and I just figure that out at the end of the week. All right, so groceries, I got $100 out. I budgeted $125, but if you watched my other video, you saw that the first week I got $150 out, and I just split that $50 between the first week and this week. All right, pet supplies was $20. Household was $20. Mr. P got $20. I got $45. Miss P got $20. Sporting events got $20. Eating out. We didn't eat out. We resisted. We had a couple people ask us to go out to eat. My niece and nephew asked us, and then some good friends of ours asked for us to go out to eat with them, and we told them it was no spend January. It's hard to say no, especially, you don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but, I'm going to stick with it. And actually, maybe I can encourage other people to, maybe try to save a little bit of money. All right, gas. I already knew going into this week I probably wouldn't spend $60 because I'd already filled up toward the end of last week. So gas came in at $41.94. All right, unbudgeted. We didn't have any unbudgeted expenses. Nothing surprised us. Nothing came in that we didn't expect. So for the cash envelope for this section, it came up to be $286.94. And that left us with $780.70. Okay. All right. Now for the debt section. All right. So I'm going to bring that $780 $65.70 down here. Student loan, once again, I keep checking every single day. It still says I have a zero balance. I did get a note or like an email that said that the administrative forbearance ends January 28th, so maybe February, but I've gotten those notices before, and then they just keep like reapplying that same forbearance. I don't know, but I'm going to keep sticking this $300 aside. Lowe's, I did pay the $60. This is the credit card that's at 0% interest. The minimum payment is $30, but I pay an extra $30 because I can, if I just pay $60 a month, it will be paid off by the time the zero interest runs out, and then I don't have to do anything extra with that. And Snowball, we did have some extra income, so I did apply $65 to the Discover card, and that card should be paid off, I'm expecting, by the end of this month, if not next week. And then we can start working on the next card. All right, so our total debt came to be $425, which this is the only section that was more than what I expected, which is the good thing. You know, you want to put more towards the debt than, you know, anything else. So this left us with a rollover of $355.70, which is more than what I expected. So this rollover will go to next week's check. And I typically would have like kept this the same and put more toward the Snowball, but the next couple weeks is a little bit more bill heavy. So I just want to make sure I have enough to cover all of our expenses, no surprises. Then at the end of the month, when everything is paid, I will take all the extra and put it towards debt. So this isn't going to just become savings. It's going to go towards debt. I just am not ready to do that yet. I just want to, you know, even though I do have a buffer and we have an emergency fund, I don't like to get all the way down to nothing because, you know, you just never know what could happen. So $355.70 is what I'm going to roll over into next week's check. I had budget, or I anticipated next week's check for my husband to be around $900. I'm going to zoom you back out. But I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more because when he you know, turned in his timesheet or whatever he has to do, he said he had about the same amount of hours as he did for this check. So my guess is that it will be around close to 1,000, but not quite. We'll see, because this year I think taxes in our state might be going down, or maybe it was federal. I can't remember. I do remember seeing something or hearing something about, you know, maybe your checks and the taxes would be different starting in 2024. We'll see. I'm not really sure. So anyway, that is to be determined. So that's all I have for right now. I will start working on next week's budget soon, probably tomorrow. And I will get that uploaded so you can see what's going to happen with us next week. But thank you for watching. And if you've got any questions, or if you have suggestions, of course, I'm always open to suggestions. But I also have a lot of people interested in, like, you know, the pages that I use. I made these on my own. I didn't design them. Like, I did, but I, you know, use other people's templates, like, to create my own. So I would never, you know, try to sell this because, you know, I feel like it would be plagiarism. But I don't mind sharing it if you would like to use it. Just send a, you know, put me a comment below, and I will be glad to share that link with you. If ever the links don't work, I am not the most tech savvy person, but I will do everything I can to get it to work for you. So just let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you like following my journey, you know, subscribe. I'd love to have you. All right, see you next time. Bye.